Hey folks, and welcome to part 7 of our Nioh 2 marathon. Last episode we unlocked a bunch of side missions, namely the Fire God's Magatama, a Blood Howl, and the Sanomata Yokai Hunt, as well as the main mission, the Hollow Fortress. Seeing as this is the lowest level one, we will start with it. From here on out, things will get hazy for me. I don't remember everything exactly. I think for this one we need to, we pretty much chase this little guy. And at the end he's just gonna drop down and hide away, and we have to go through a bunch of... Okay, well that's a way to start the video. Again, I keep doing this stupid mistake of trying to counter burst RT and B, but I don't have enough anima to do it. And as you can see, the big skeleton, I think this is the first time we see that enemy. But, wow, our damage is really liking. The skeleton enemy, he has this dumb spinning attack. It's very easy to counter, but it really hits like a truck. And we cannot go this way. So what we need to do is actually kill this guy, I think. Alright. Alright, let's take our time this time. Let's take our time, because I think we do need to kill the skeleton guy. So right off the bat, let's ignore the archer, because... Actually, no, let's not ignore him. So this is a good angle, because he will be shooting the ground, and we can shoot him back without him being able to do anything. Alright. As you can see, because we've been skipping the little green kodamas around the levels and pretty much rushing through the game, we only start with 3 elixirs. And 3 elixirs, it's kind of tough, I'm not gonna lie. Now, this guy, let's see if we can get a good angle on him. Perfect. So this time we will be able to counter burst this guy. And if you drop enemies into the water, you can actually kill them. And I believe we need to go inside this annoying area, if you remember from the main mission. And in the back of this house, there should be a Tengu and a lever to turn off the water supply. Yep, that's the Tengu. And I should mention that the followers can fall down in battle and you can revive them. Reviving them will leave you open for a few seconds. So generally speaking, you want if your allies die, you want to just keep some distance from them and draw the enemies towards you. Then run back towards them and revive them. And here we get a gauntlet. And Mr. Aquaman will be helping us in this one. And I think soon enough we will have to drop our Shrine Maiden set, because even though the set bonuses are fantastic, the defense and the overall stats that we get from them are starting to feel very underwhelming. And be careful when these flying creatures... Oh my god. When these things go down, because their recovery will do damage to you. And there is an archer at the top. We cannot get to him, so what we need to do is just get here. And as I mentioned, if the partner falls down, just draw the enemy away from it, then go back for the revive. Oh, that was awkward. These enemies also do not flinch, so don't overstay your welcome. Oh, come on. Can I please? And the usual... NPCs in this game are a bit on the useless side. Okay, that's somehow connected. The cool thing about some of these gauntlets is that once you finish some waves, if you die and you respawn, you will not have to start from the very beginning. There are some checkpoints. So now if I do go back to the shrine and reset, I will get my potions back and I will have to start from this wave, not the whole thing. That being said, we're not going to be doing that because we don't want to. And he spawns right under me. Lovely. I'll just go ahead and use the yokai form. Why not? But as you can see, our low level is really starting to show. Our under gear is also starting to show. We're just not doing that much damage. We are taking a bit more damage than we should, but I don't care too much about that because pretty much all damage is avoidable in this game. So after this mission is over, let's take a look at the items that we gained from it. And hopefully we can get some defense from them. Sure, whatever. First of all, the sword. Our sword is 154. There is a 209, as you can see, a massive increase in damage. The Odachi. We can probably replace it with one of the axes, but 214 is still pretty good. We did get a hand cannon, which is awesome. So what we'll do is that we will keep one of these hand cannons, the higher level one, and we can switch between these during the mission according to our ammo. So this one increases our defense, increases the life as well as the key, and is actually lighter than the helmet that we have. This one, let's go for this, because it is a lot of defense. For this one, basically, while you're going through the game, just look at the item level, and that's probably what you want, unless you get lucky with some set. So for this one, 68%, that might be a problem. Unless we get one of these things. Yep. So this is the only one we can equip because the rest will take us to above 70%. And these, as I mentioned before, unless there is Kodama sensor, I don't really care too much about them. While leveling, obviously, they become much more important once we get to late game. And odds are I will be covering late game and try to do some builds and try to get to the higher difficulties. Put 2 points into heart so that our damage can somewhat keep up. And the next mission is this one at level 47. And I hope this guy doesn't join. Okay, cool. So we'll just talk to him because I think he is a recurring character. And the reason I'm killing these enemies is because I don't really remember this mission all too well. I do remember, I think this door was locked. Yep. So we need to find a way Did that seriously hit? Okay. And then I think we open this. No. Right, we go here. And we don't drop down the stairs. No. There should be a cave around. I remember there was a cave. Is this really not the way? Huh. Oh, right. This area has quite a few missions in it, so it's kind of easy to get them confused. Let's go ahead and use an elixir, just because I'm paranoid. So these things will poison you. Or actually, no, they don't poison you. What they do is that they put a debuff on you so that your healing items aren't as effective, as well as you puke every time you heal. So when you're puking, you're defenseless, and you're pretty much stunned. But the thing about them is that they're always caused by these things. And if you find them and kill them, you will be clearing the area. We'll go ahead and activate the shrine as well as level up, because we actually got enough Amrita for a level. And we'll put that into strength. I want to get stamina, strength, and skill at 9 relatively soon, so that we don't have to worry too much about item passives. And here we meet our buddy Mitsu or something. Forgot his name. So in here, if I remember, yep, there's a guy over there, and what you want to do is just ignore this guy. He's not difficult, but he's annoying. That being said, as you are going through these caves, do be careful, because these pedestals will trigger a trap, as you can see. And the trap will shoot 3 arrows. Then we kill the Mega Man. We have to deal with this guy. And the traps do affect enemies, so if you can draw the enemies back towards them, you can in fact activate the traps and damage the enemies with them, and they do quite a bit of damage. I believe we have to go through this area. So we'll draw this guy back here. And these zombies, the big ones, do not flinch or stagger when you attack them. So do not go for an extended combo. I like to do just the regular 4-hit combo. And as you can see, I need to wait for the debuff to go away before I use my healing potion. Once it goes away, I do pop an elixir. Let's see, and there is the fungi. And these annoying heads. If I'm not mistaken, this is a mimic? No, it is not. One thing I'll admit I don't know exactly is whether mimics are set or random. After that, we need to drop down. Bunch of enemies here. I don't remember if that door is locked or not. I think there was a way to drop down. I hope it's not locked. I really hope it's not. Okay. I know in one mission it is locked. And our buddy over here comes to help us in this fight. Not an overly difficult fight, and as I said, really? Oh, I thought that was actually Metsu. And he ruined my execute. Thanks, man. So, this guy might be a problem to res with, so I'll just ignore Metsu for now. Don't heal. I'll bait an attack and use... Ah, I waited too long. But as I mentioned before, the secret to fighting most humans, not all of them, is to play on their recklessness with the key. And obviously that's not the only way to fight them. So this is actually one of the more patient human enemies, I would say. He's definitely not being reckless with his key. And once you kill him, the mission is over. Then we speak to our friend here. And he gives us his guardian spirit. We got Okuri Ino, and this is an aspect that I have been completely ignoring, and that is the Guardian Spirits. Basically, they dictate a lot of your stats as well as the type of your yokai form. So right now I am using a Strength Guardian Spirit, and as such I have a Strength yokai form. If I were to switch it to Magic or Agility, then it will change, as well as sometimes your Strength multiplier will, or I think most spirits will have some multiplier to certain stats. I think. Yeah, so the damage and the defense. As you can see, the Makami increases the damage by 1.1% and multiplies the defense by 0.9%, so you are losing 10% defense. And that's the one we are using. This one increases the damage by 2% basically, but does not remove defense. But as you can see, it sometimes requires other stats to unlock the other passives. And right now, to get the Makami, we need Dexterity and Magic. And as you can see, our Dexterity and Magic add up to 10. So if we put 2 points into either of them, or 1 point into both, then we will unlock that passive. And that will be our next step now that we have gotten 9 points into strength, stamina, or whatever. But anyway, in this mission, you will find these things on the trees sometimes, so do pay attention. Some of them will also drop bombs, but there is that one archer in the back. So instead of fighting the little goblin, we will go to the archer and we will get ambushed by the snake lady, because why not? Bait the snake lady all the way back here, or not. Guess she just doesn't want to. Oh, there she is. Though she is dead, we should have free reign over this little guy over here. I don't remember which demon is, or which yokai is responsible for this area, but I remember I think it was a Tengu. I could be wrong. And sometimes apes are dangling from the trees, and I think this guy's weakness is the horn. Yes, it is. So we shoot the horn, then we follow it up with a hammer attack, just like that. He's almost dead. Oh, the burn effect actually killed him. I think that is the yokai responsible. And I believe the Tengus do not have a weakness. And I like this move, or this counterable move by him way more than the other one. Because this one has a much bigger window to counter, and it was the one responsible. And in here, I think you have it's a random chance which chest has the item for the quest, or it's not. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. But as you can see, it was this chest. Just like that, we are done with this side mission, and we are at 31 minutes right now. So I'll just level up, check our equipment. Level up, and we will increase. I find Onmyo magic way more useful than ninjutsu, so I will increase the magic to 7, but for now I only have 1 point, or I can only afford 1 point. Let's see if we got any better sword. No, we got a better Odachi. So we'll go ahead and equip it. Yep. Not a better bow. Helmet, nothing good. Too heavy. Way too heavy, in fact. Oh, this one's good. And it gives us 20% bow damage, because we are using Master Archer's bow. Not a big improvement here, small improvement here. And it is the vicissitudes of life. Not a set that I'm very familiar with. I don't believe I've used it before. And the accessories are not that useful, so we will offer everything else. And I really hope that would give us enough Amrita to level up. No. Not even close, in fact. One thing you can do is use Spirit Stones. They give some Amrita depending on which Spirit Stone you have. Right now we can get just a little bit. About 5,000, I think. Definitely not worth it to use for now, because we will not get a level out of that. But for now, we are done, and next video, we will be tackling the Hollow Fortress, and hopefully finish this region as well. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.